So in here, what you shouldn't do. Okay, first what you shouldn't do. And that's what it causes a mistake. Right? Now, so she has application ID and she has she types out a user application ID over here. They are supposed to be filled in data, but for confidential purpose, we deleted them away, right? She deleted them away. But the main thing here that we want to see is in this column here, they have the level that this applicant, imagine that is a family or a father or mother apply, and for this one, they have one kid to sponsor. This is a school, this is a level, this is a school, this one got no problem. Okay, now of course there's one here is to look at and say what is the child name that to sponsor, right? Could be the guardian, the father, the mother, be the somebody that applies for that. Now, one kid is okay, rightfully this should be how it works. This is how it should work. This one don't have. But when it comes to 3 kids or more than one, all right, they will put the 3 kids name inside here, the level they are in here, and the school that they go to. Now, this is not good for reporting. Agree? Because you cannot count. Actually, you sponsor 3 kids. How do you count 3 kids inside here? Very difficult. So rightfully, in here, everything should be repeated and it should be 3 rows. 1 kid, 1 row, so that you can have the kid name, the child's name, first child name, first child level, the first child school, second another row will be the first child name, and the application should be repeated, right? That should be the correct way. So now, with this problem, how can we split this into 3 rows? Okay, sounds challenging, right? Okay, so I close a file. Now in Excel, what you can do, same thing if it is in Power BI, it works for both because I'm using Power Query. So I can go to data, get data from file, from an Excel workbook. I'll show you the partial failure first. You need to go to step by step. If I straight away give you the answer, you will never find the difficulty and you will not encounter what could be the problem. So I need to show you at every step. And the reason why I showed you the failure before I found the solution, hopefully it works, is to show you that when you do your data and clean your data, this will be the process that you go through as well. Not that Jason do means everything is good. Alright, I also have to go through the certain phases and cleaning and understanding. So hopefully if you encounter problem, you know that okay, this is normal. Not that you are you can't do it. So I put the data here, right? Import the data into Power Query. So getting the data, it is in folio 2026. I will go to transform data. Okay, now in the transform data here, the target would be this one, right? Now, assuming that you have only 1 column of this, no problem, but we have 2 sets of columns that make it very challenging. So if you have sets of column here and you want to break up this 1, 2, 3 into 3 rows, this is 1 row, this is 1 row, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 rows. We can select this column, go to transform. Home also have here split column. Transform also has split column. It works the same way. Okay, so you can go to split column here by delimiter. This is special, not everybody can do again. Now, so in here, the normal delimiter you have is comma, space, dash, and all those, right? But in this case, the delimiter is different lines. So to get the different lines, you have to go to split using special character. And when you go to split using different character, you can insert the special character. I tested both cartridge return and line feed. Cartridge return is when you go in, you hit the enter key. It's a cartridge return. In Excel here, because it's a worksheet, to go to the next line, you know the shortcut. L or ALT enter, yeah, alternate enter, right? ALT enter. It goes to the next line. So that one should be the line feed. Okay, so if I want to break these 5 different lines into 5 different rows, I need to use the line feed. So you will not be able to enter yourself. So you insert the special character. This is how it works. This is a hidden symbol inside here, not visible, so you can't see. Okay, but from the behavior, you will know that this is 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, because if it's continuous, it's supposed to be right. Okay, now then normally when you split column, it split into 5 columns. Right? So here you can have an advanced option and can split them into 5 columns. So we have to check this one. Okay, so you should be seeing these 3. This should be okay. In the 4th row here, you will see 1, 2, 3 column. Row 4, row 5, row 6. The rest will be the same as well. So click OK. Then you'll see 1, 2, 3. And then this will repeat. So you can actually split them into multiple rows if you only have 1 column. The problem with this one is if I were to do a split here, you notice that when I split this one into 5 rows, this will repeat 3 times. Now, if I were to do the split, this is the problem. If I were to do the split again, the same way, okay, by rows, and click OK, this will also split 3 times. So you notice this one will repeat 3 times, this one will repeat 3 times. So everything repeats. Which doesn't make sense, right? So if they are of the same school, this one's still not a big problem. The problem comes in is when this one, okay, one of them split originally it was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids, right? The school was 5 schools. So now we end up that this one level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because we split the school 5 times. So this one becomes duplicate data and I cannot connect the 2 together. That's the problem. Question is, do you understand why is it not working? Any questions here? Yes.
Is it possible for the year, the second column, for you to create columns from it instead of rows and then
Good try. Can we split that into columns and then unpivot it back? When I imagine, I didn't try. When I imagine it will not work. Because when we split it into 5 columns and we unpivot, the same thing here is the school also repeat 5 times. Because of the way we unpivot. But in a good way, you try that you can explore that method. It's a good practice, right? If it doesn't work next time, you know that it doesn't. Or know the problem, huh? Or do I have to redraw again to explain? Know that, So you know the problem now, huh? So my first try didn't work. And that's the reason why I think sometimes when you look at the data itself, I don't think you can solve the problem because I also take a long time to think. Right? Just that I can mentally think faster because of the practice. So this is when you accumulate experience, when you're very familiar with Power Query, you don't have to really work on it, but roughly once you encounter it, you can try and you can mentally think of all the different ways of doing things. Okay, so even if your data is not clean, alright, you can find ways to clean. The one that I showed you yesterday and today's are the simple one, just to get in and show you that there is this thing called Power Query that you need to use to clean the data. Okay, now, so what do we do here? So in this case, I will remove the steps. Okay, after thinking for a few hours and sleep through it. And then this morning when I wake up, then I suddenly think, okay, all right, different ways to do things. We will, after we rename the column here, now let's make things a little bit simpler. There are too many columns here. So I will keep the application ID, I click the personal ID, and I will only choose column. So you notice there are some column here, BIL1, I don't need that. So to make it easier for me to see, I will choose column and keep only what I want. So I click application ID, personal ID to give me a clearer picture, right? Then I'll select the scholar, the school, the level, and I click OK. So this is my main problem over here. Okay, I need to keep another few columns. Okay, now she didn't give me, but I believe there is this one should be the name of the kid. Okay, I don't want the name. I want the name of the applicant. I need someone to say, for example, no KP one. I don't know what is that. IC. Okay. No IC.
Number.
The education.
Identification card of the parent.
No identification card. Oh, not all.
No. So there's
Oh, the
No,
number,
yeah.
not no. Okay.
yeah.
After identification. Okay. Okay, now let's say these are the column you want, but the main thing that you cannot play with this is because this one and this one need to be split. Then you can do a proper count. Okay? So what I do, it's not perfectly clean yet. I found a problem, but that one is not my problem. It's Karima's problem. I'll highlight the problem. Okay. Now, so what I do here is I will duplicate this query one more time. Okay, so I will call this one 2026-1. Now what do I do here? Now applicant ID and personal ID, applicant ID I don't want. I want personal ID. The reason why I want personal ID, my guess is this is the person who applied. Application ID is this person can apply more than one time. So they can have more than one application ID. So the more unique one is personal ID. Okay? Now, so in here, I will delete the application ID for the second query. I will delete this one, I'll delete this one. And I need to work with these two separately. So I will also remove this one. So what I'm left with will be personal ID and the level. In the real data itself, which I see, there is another one for the kid. So Karima need to bring this to 3 times. Alright, so I can do a right click and remove the columns. I'm left with only two columns. So far, so good. Okay, now then what I do here is I need to merge this one after I clean up back to this one with the split. Okay, so in here I need to keep the personal ID so that I can do a merge later. So far, so good. Okay, now if this is a simple case, let's say I repeat the same mistakes that I had. In this simpler case here, before I do a split, I will go to add a column. No, wait. I will do a split here. So I take this and I go to split columns by delimiter as usual. I split this again by line feet, by rows, and I click OK. Then this will split up. So you notice this ID will repeat 3 times. 1, 2, 3 times. Okay, this ID, because there's an empty one, you go back to the before, you will see there's an empty line. So this one is a problem, not my problem. I can do a simple cleanup, but there is more problem than this. So in here, when you split, you see this is empty. This one is really a problem here because there's no level. Okay, whether to keep or not to keep is a question mark. So these are things that when you do data cleaning, you need to decide. Should I delete this row? Should I find the answers? Because technically speaking, if you should have the level, if you don't have somewhere somehow it means it's missing. So how much can you take? It's really up to you. Okay, now, so if I split this one, I will get into empty cell here, which is actually only sponsored 2 kicks because it's 1 at blank and then second kick. Okay, so I can click this one. Now, how do I remove this one? You go to transform. If I go to replace values, now in the replace value here, cancel. Click onto this one. When I do my replace values here, I can have advanced option. You notice there is a difference. Now that I notice, if I replace value here, there's like this only. If I go to this column, when I do replace value, that's why I was pausing there. What happened? I have advanced option. So when I click onto advanced option here, I can also replace special character. When I click on the special character, insert line feet. If I replace with nothing, I click OK. Every one of them will become 1 row. Every one of these will become 1 row. So this is not what I want. Now, so in this case, how do we remove? Here is 1 line, 2 line, 3 line. So to remove this empty line just for this one, I go to replace value, advanced option, insert character, special character, line feet, insert special character, line feet 2 times. And I don't need to, I need to 1 line, 2 line. So I need to remove this line, right? So I have to check for 2, replace with 1 line feet.
Line feed is enter,
Alternate enter.
alternate enter. So
ALT enter.
value to find is alternate enter, alternate enter.
Yeah, because this is alternate enter, right? So I only need 1 alternate enter to jump here. So this
So
one.
you pick the F1.
So that's why you need to study the pattern. Sometimes you need to study the data. So if I want to clean this up, then I have to do 2 alternate enter, replace with 1 alternate enter. If it's a bit overwhelming for you, you're normal. Because this one takes some experience to understand, and a lot of when I play much data, then I can understand. But next to Karima, you understand now.
Thanks, Karima.
You can treat her to a free lunch later.
And buffet, that's it.
Okay, so with this one, when you click OK, you will see that this one gets collapsed. So return nicely, everything looks nice. Okay, so this is one thing that you can do. And once you do this, I don't know how she wants to deal with this. I keep it there. Or I can say I don't want to care about this. I can. Now, but for the purpose of the purpose of the data, because my original data has this one, if I want to delete, I need to delete for both sides. So it depends on how you want to do it. So I'll keep it here now. Then I will go to split column by delimiter. Again, custom. Alright, insert special character, the line feed. Now I can split this by row and click OK. Sorry, wrong column. I can split column here by delimiter line feed. Okay, by row, click add each occurrence of the delimiter. I can also choose only one. Right? So click OK. Then you see that the numbers will repeat by itself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay? So far, so good? Okay, now from the first, the 2026-1, I can right click and I can duplicate another query and I call this 2026-2. Okay, do the same thing here. I can go to home, choose the column. Again, I will only choose. Oh, do it from here. I only want to choose personal ID. Now I want to choose the school. Okay, and I click OK. So now I deal with the school. So I deal with one column by one column, different query. Now you notice that when I duplicate query, I'm still working with only one single source of data, one Excel file, right? Now if you do this in Excel manually, like what you have been doing, you probably delete, then you don't have to join it back, right? And you have to do many times. Then if the data change, you have to redo all over again. So the beauty of Power Query is this file can be recycled. The steps can be recycled and they will run by itself. So you save time here as well. Okay. Now, this is clean 1 and 2. This one I studied for quite long. Then I know that this is clean. Just now that one wasn't clean. So from here, straightforward, I can click onto this school, go by split column again by delimiter, line feed each occurrence by row, and I can click OK. So this will also again split this into 5 rows. Question now is how to join them back. Okay. Now assuming that I keep this one. Okay. Now I come to here. How do I join it back? Originally there is only one row. Now I got 5 rows. This one I originally had 1 row. Now becomes 5 rows, 2 rows. So the next thing is I need to go back and join them together. Now to do that, I need to count the rows. I can only demonstrate in order for you to visualize. Okay, if not, you don't understand. So in this, the 2026-1, I can add a column. I can add an index column number. So I can count the numbers from 1 to how many here? So total there are 372 numbers. This is autofill. Okay, now why do I need this? Because I need to match 90277 with row 1, 63820 with row 1. Then this one repeats, right? So I need to say this is 23293-4, 23293-5, 23293-6. You understand? Okay, so I'll take the personal ID, I take the index number, I merge column. And I say, let's use a dash in this case. and then I click OK. So they will give me this way, and each of the school here has its own number, unique. I should still be in record, so should be okay. I can cut out and give Karima and whoever asked for this. So far, so good. Okay, now that I have this one, I need to first merge with this one first. So if this one, the tricky part here is I have 372 rows here. In here, I have 373 rows. This is one problem that I haven't solved. But the same method applies. In here, I can also go to index column, start from 1. Add column, starts from 1. I have a new column. Now, then what I need to do is I can click on personal ID and the index number. I can merge the column using custom dash again. This should be the same as the 2026-2. So click OK. Now I get the merge. Anybody lost? Can understand, huh? Okay, now, so I need to match the level with the school here. So how do I do it? I take this one, home. Now what I show you is how to append query, right? Append query is top down. Merge query is left right. Merge query is the same, similar to VLOOKUP. Okay, so I go to here, I can do a merge query. Then I can choose 2026-2. I select the same common column created. Personal ID with the running in the index number. Personal ID with the index number. Okay. Now, some here is already telling me that there are about 70 over cannot match. So not very clean. Why not clean? I have no idea. The one Karima. Okay, but technically speaking, if this is nice, all of them match together, then it will be very, very clean. Yeah. So concept only, concept. This should be the, if we modify and improve, it should be the correct way to do. So when I click OK, it will merge the 2026-2 into here. I can click open this, then I can actually select the merge. I don't need the merge, I need the school to be captured next here at the column. I don't want the rest. So I click OK, then this will match nicely using the merge column to match each one to the correct level and school. So let me remove the, okay, don't remove. Okay, so here if you look at the these 3 kids, level 1, level 2, level 3 will match with 3 different schools. The one that we have the 5 one, right, is this 5. So level first child, second, third, fourth, fifth will be first school, second school, third school, fourth school, fifth school. This one is the more complicated one because they are all from different schools. This one will be repeat, not so bad. Okay, now so once I do this match, final part is I can come to here and I do another merge query. This time around when I merge a query, I use personal ID and I use 2026-1 and I can merge with personal ID. This time around, I don't need to have the -1 because the number of rows are different. For example, one row I get 5 items, right? So this one I have 5 items, but this one only got 1 item, 1 person, right? This one becomes 5%, same ID. So when you do a merge here, okay, based on the personal ID, click OK. Again, you get a table. Now from here, I can put in the school, the level, and put in the school. When I click OK, then it will split the column for me into 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the place where it gets a bit. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3. So 3, originally only 1 row, now it becomes 3 rows, and the schools is matched here. So let's test the one with the 5. Okay, so this is 5 kid, right? So 5 kid, first one is this one, second kid is this one, third kid is this one, fourth kid is this one, fifth kid is this one. Yeah, so this one need to do a little bit extra work and elaboration. So I can do a query, duplicate the query, split everything up, and then I join back. So in Excel, imagine that you have to do delete and copy, you cannot trace, but Power Query allow you to trace everything. If this is too much for you, don't worry, this is Kaima's problem. But here is to demonstrate to you that Power Query can do a lot of cleaning, and you can do very complex cleaning that normal Excel manually do may not be even achievable. So this is just to show you that don't give up on your cleaning. Okay, there is a solution most of the time.
Can we go on the second query again? So you created the merge.
Yeah.
Merge personal ID so that you could match the level and the school, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you put it in this query so that that merged ID can then relate to the original ID,
Yes.
which then allows you to merge it in the overall thing, right? Okay.
Roughly, yeah, roughly.
For the index, is it possible? Oh, actually, never mind.
It's all running number. So
Yes,
from
yes.
row 1 to row, it's just like counting the rows.
Fine. Okay.
So that's why you see my hair all white. Okay. Okay, any other question here? Yes. All good? So hopefully later after lunch, when you look at the data, don't give up, look at it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I try to help you, right? So I just have to count how many more white hair I have.
Sorry, last question.
Yes, go ahead, as many questions as you want.
So I have some data that's similar, but it's more like company data. Like company A has joined 3 initiatives, let's say a grant and 2 workshops.
Okay,
So that'd be the school, right? And
Yeah.
then the year, let's say there's only, let's say OIC, like the officer in charge, there's 2 officers in charge. So then it doesn't match, because this one, the year is 5, right? And then there's 5 schools. So what if it's just 3 and then 5?
that is another problem.
Yeah.
A slightly different problem, but similar.
Similar, okay, I will test it out.
You have to
later.
think about it.
Okay.
But at least you see some hope.
Yes.
Okay, any other question here? Now, so you notice that when your data is, it looks clean, you want to do a report, it looks very nice on reporting, but when you want to really do a report and do the count, your raw data has to be done correctly. So hopefully when you actually want to capture data now, you need to understand what can do, what cannot do to save you time and minimize the cleaning. So it's a learning process. I also learned from all this learning process to say what is the correct way to store my data, capture my data in order to get the correct thing. Okay, so now I pass on that knowledge to you.